I welcome you all to your mathematics class again. Today we people will continue with the topic which I have narrated in the last video. I'll be discussing about the word problems of linear equations with one variable, chapter 2 of your NCERT. Students, today we people will discuss about problem solving loop again. That means we have to understand the process involved in this loop. First of all, we have to identify the problem. Then we have to explore the information and create ideas. Select the best idea out of it and build and test that idea. We have to check whether we can go with that idea or not. And last is to evaluate the result. Here we people can involve one more step. That is to verify our solution, which we people have learnt well in the last video. Coming to the next, I'll discuss about the terms that we use commonly in the word problems. Keywords in word problems. Addition. The common used words in the word problem instead of addition are sum, total, altogether, plus, in all. And for the multiplication, it can be product, times, twice, thrice, 4/5 time, and multiplied by and total again. For the subtract, the words which are commonly used are remain, difference, less than, fewer, how many more minus, divide. For the divide, we usually have the words split equally, each, goes into, and quotient. Further are the phrases or verbal expressions usually used for the given numerical expressions. 3 times some number, that means 3 multiplied by a. 10 plus a number, that means 10 plus b. 1 subtracted from 6, 6 minus 1. 4 divided by some number, 4 upon y. 8 less than an unknown number, x minus 8. 2 multiplied by 12, 2 into 12. 7 more than twice a number, 2c plus 7. Writing algebraic expressions. There are few more word phrases for the expressions. As you can see, for n plus 5 expression, we usually use the word phrases as a number plus 5, sum of a number and 5, add 5 to a number, 5 more than a number increased by 5. For the next expression, x minus 11, a number minus 11. Subtract 11 from a number. Difference of a number and 11. 11 less than a number. A number decreased by 11. Coming to the next expression, that is 3m. 3 times a number, or 3 multiplied by a number, or we can also say product of 3 and a number. Next one, a upon 7 or a divided by 7, a number divided by 7. 7 divided into a number, quotient of a number and 7. Is this thing clear to you? Let's proceed to the next one. There are few more examples like the difference of 3 times the number and 7. 3 times the number means 3x and 7 means 7 only. The difference between the two means 3x minus 7. The quotient of 4 and a number increased by 10. Quotient of 4 and a number means 4 divided by n, as we have discussed in last slide. Is increased by 10 means plus 10. Now Let's proceed with the exercise sums. We'll discuss about the statement first. By adding 7 to twice a number, we obtain 49. Find the number. For this solution, first of all, according to statement 7 plus twice a number, let the number be x or n. That means 7 plus 2n is equal to 49. That means 2n is equal to 42. And n is equal to 21 divided by 2. So, the number which we were looking for, that is 21. I hope this sum is clear to you all. Let's proceed to the next word problem. If you subtract 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? For the solution, let the number be x. We'll read the statement again. If you subtract 1 by 2 from a number, that means x minus 1 by 2, and multiply the result by 1 by 2. That means I'll enclose the first one statement in the brackets and will multiply that bracket with by 1 by 2 and will get the answer 1 by 8. So let's see the answer. See, bracket x minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 8. Since this 1 by 2 is getting multiplied here, and in the next step, when I'll multiply this 1 by 2 on the other side, it will reciprocate itself. So that means it will become x minus 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 8 into 2 by 1. That means on cancellation on right hand side, it will be 1 by 4. So x minus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 4. This is minus 1 by 2 on the left hand side. So on the right hand side, it will become plus 1 by 2. So x is equal to 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 was the number which we were looking for this statement. Let's proceed to the next statement. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meter. Its length is 2 meter, more than twice its breadth. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? For this one, I know the pool is in the rectangular shape, so it must be having a length as well as breadth. Here I can read clearly in the second line of the statement that its length is 2 meter, more than twice its breadth. That means L is equal to, L for length is equal to 2 plus 2 times of breadth. If I suppose that the breadth be b, so that means length will be 2 plus 2b, or we can say 2b plus 2 also. So you can see in the figure, if the breadth is considered as b, so the length will be 2b plus 2. And in the first line of the statement, we are already given with the perimeter. And the formula for the perimeter is 2 bracket L plus b. So I'll be substituting the value of length in this formula. So it will be 2 bracket 2b plus 2 plus b bracket close equal to 154. Next will be 2 into 3b plus 2 equal to 154. Since we have to apply the rule of BODMAS again, I have to solve the bracket first. Now 2 is getting multiplied in the next step, 2 will get divided. So 3b plus 2 will be equal to 77, and 3b is equal to 77 minus 2, or 3b is equal to 75, and b is equal to 75 divided by 3. So b is equals to 25. Breadth is equal to 25. Now it will be easy for us to calculate the value of the length as well. Since length is equal to 2b plus 2, I will substitute the value of b here. That means 2 into 25 plus 2, that is 50 plus 2, that is 52. Hence the breadth and the length of the pool are 25 meter and 52 meter respectively. Let's proceed to the next statement. The base of an isosceles triangle is 4 by 3 centimeter. The perimeter of the triangle is 4 is to 2 by 15 centimeter. That means 15 fours are 60. 60 plus 2, 62 upon 15. What is the length of either of the remaining equal sides? As we know the definition of the isosceles triangle, it's a kind of triangle where two of the sides are equal. Here I am given with the value of unequal one side, that is the third side. So we'll see the triangle first. Here the perimeter is given to me as well as the base side is given to me. I am not given with either of the equal side. I am supposed to find out that one side. So for the solution, let the length of the equal sides be x. And since the perimeter of the triangle is addition of all these sides, that means side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 is equal to 62 by 15. That means x plus 4 by 3 equal to 62 by 15. 2x plus 4 by 3 is equal to 62 by 15. Since 4 by 3 is getting added on the left hand side, in next step it will get subtracted from 62 by 15. So 2x is equal to 42 by 15 and x will be equal to 42 by 15 multiplied by 1 by 2. Since 2 is getting multiplied here, in the next step 2 has got divided. It has come in the denominator. On cancelling, the value of x will be 7 by 5. And since it's not in the mixed fraction, I'll change it into the mixed fraction also. It will be equal to 1 is to 2 by 5 centimeter. You can see the solution once again. Coming to the next line. The statement here is sum of the two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the numbers. That means it's clear from the second line that one exceeds the other by 15. If one number is x, the other one will be x plus 15. And the sum of these two numbers is 95. So we'll proceed with this solution. That means according to statement x plus 15 is equal to 95. That means 2x plus 15 is equal to 95 and 2x is equal to 95 minus 15. 2x is equals to 80 and x is equals to 40. The question was to find out both the numbers. So the second number will be x plus 15, that is 40 plus 15, which is equal to 55. So the two numbers which people were looking in the statement, those were 40 and 55. I hope it's clear to you. Coming to the next one. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? For the solution, let the common ratio between these numbers be x. That means I can assume if the first number is 5x, the next one will be 3x. And the difference between the two is given to me 18. That means 5x minus 3x must be equal to 18. That means 2x is equals to 18. And then x is equals to 18 divided by 2. That means 9. So the first number is 5x which means 5 into 9, which is equals to 45, and the second number will be 3x, that is 3 into 9 equal to 27. I hope these sums are clear to you. Children, do try these sums once again. Simplify and solve the following linear equation. Now, there should be a question in your mind. What does this word simplify mean? Children, you ask usually this question in your class, specifically in mathematics class. Ma'am, can you simplify it more? Now, what do the word simplify signify here? We'll be discussing that also. But how can we understand it? I'll make it easy for you. Sometimes the simplify means to distribute. Sometimes the simplify means to add. And sometimes is to say it in the easy words. That means if I'll say you 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you'll ask me, ma'am, why now you are saying 4 only? So that just means simplification, to simplify and to make it more clear. I'll give you one more example. This mystery number plus 3 must be 26. That means x plus 3 is equal to 26. In other words, x is equals to 23. So hence it's solved. It's simplified and solved. Now we'll be discussing about the distributive property. It plays a major role in the simplification of these upcoming sums. Target distributes packages to each customer properly. You can see first it is received by the old man and it is received by the young boy. So we can easily connect with this property. You can see 2 into x plus 5 is equals to 2 into x plus 2 into 5, which means 2x plus 10. So I'll be applying this distributive property in the next sums as well. Keep your notebooks and your pen ready. You'll be requiring that in the sums. It is 3 into t minus 3 equal to 5 into 2t plus 1. I'll be applying the distributive property on left hand side and on right hand side as well. So for the solution, what I'll be doing, I'll be multiplying this 3 with the t and this 3 again with the 3. Equal distribution. On the right hand side, 5 will be multiplied with 2t and 5 will be multiplied with 1. How? Like this way. 3 into t is 3t, 3 into 3 is 9, 5 into 2 is 10t, 5 into 1 is 5. So in the next step, I'll collect all the variables on one side and all the constants on other side. How? I'll take this 3t which was already present on left hand side to the right hand side. So it was plus 3t. Now it will become minus 3t when I'll take it to the right hand side. And plus 5 will become minus 5 on the left hand side. So minus 9 minus 5 will be minus 14. And 10t minus 3t will be 7t. Since 7 is getting multiplied in the next step, 7 will get divided. So value of t will be equals to minus 2. This is your answer. See how simple was it? I know. Let's try the next question. Simplify and solve the following linear equations. 15 into y minus 4 minus 2 into y minus 9 plus 5 into y plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, here you have to apply 3 distributive properties. It's not a big deal. Let's try this out. Here, what I have done, I have enclosed all the terms like the first expression 15 into y minus 4 in square bracket, 2 into y minus 9 in square bracket, 5 into y plus 6 in square bracket. So what I'll do next, I'll apply the distributive property in this square brackets only and then I'll open the brackets. Fine. So 15 into y will be 15y, 15 into 4 will be 60. Yes. So 2 into y will be 2y. 2 into 9 will be 18. Square bracket again plus 5 into y will be 5y and 5 into 6 will be 30. Again on the other side of the equal to, the 0 will remain 0 only. Now since I have applied the distributive property properly, check it once again. Be very specific while applying this property. Now I'll open the square brackets. Once I'll open the square bracket, you can see in the second expression outside the square bracket there's a negative sign. So the terms inside the bracket will get changed. The signs of the terms in the bracket will get changed. So the first bracket will be as it is 15y minus 60 minus plus minus, it will become minus 2y. The second term is negative, so it will become positive 18 plus 5y plus 30 equal to 0. Next, I'll collect all the variables, I'll add them all and I'll add all the constants. It will be 15y plus 5y, 20y minus 2y, that is 18y. Now minus 60 plus 30, minus 30, minus 30 plus 8, minus 12. I'll take the minus 12 on the other side. So 18y will be 12 and y will be equal to 12 by 18. So that will be the answer. Next, simplify and solve the linear equations. 3 into 5z minus 7 minus 2 into 9z minus 11 equal to 4 into 8z minus 30 minus 17. So for this one, we people will again enclose the expressions in the square brackets or curly brackets as you feel. I'll apply the distributive property inside these curly brackets only. So it will be 3 into 5 15z, 3 into 7 21, 2 into 9 18z, 2 into 11 22, 4 into 8 32, 4 into 13 52, and the term outside the bracket will remain same. Now I'll be opening these curly brackets. The expressions which are having negative sign outside the bracket, the signs of that expression will get changed. So first one expression is having positive sign, so it will remain same only. Now you can see the second expression is having a negative sign outside, so what I'll do, I'll change the signs. It will be minus 18z plus 22, 32z minus 52 will remain same, minus 17. So next one will be 15z minus 21 minus 18z plus 22 equal to 32z minus 52 minus 17. Next will be addition of the variables to variables and constants to constants. 15z minus 21, 15z minus 18z will be minus 3z, minus 21 plus 22 will be plus 1. 32z is a lone variable there, so it will remain same. Minus 52 minus 17 will be minus 69. Next, minus 3z will remain here. I'll bring 32z also on the left hand side. So it will be minus 3z minus 32z equal to minus 69 minus 1. Next will be minus 35z equal to minus 70. Other next will be z is equals to minus 70 divided by minus 35. Then z will be equal to 2, and that's the answer. I hope it's clear to you all and it has helped you also. Till the time, stay connected, keep learning and keep calm and learn mathematics. Thank you everyone.